Well, it's been a minute since we did any updates on this project over in Royal Oak, so we're going to take a quick walk through. There's definitely been some changes since we initially went through the place. We opened the floor plan, which was an event in and of itself, but as you can see, we basically took out this entire wall, not the whole wall, we half-walled it. So, you know, we could still have a little bit more of an open feel, but we don't lose all the storage that could have been over there. So, I mean, everything else we pretty much just cleared out. There's nothing too magical about what happened in this part of the house, but definitely over here, this has all been replaced with a much sturdier header that runs all the way across than what was up there before. And we did a half wall here. You see the cabinets are in, but they're not in place yet. So what's going to be on this side of the half wall is basically we're going to have the stove, 2 cabinets, and then we're going to span it with a counter. So, you know, it'd be really nice to be able to cook and still deal with everybody that's in the living room. It'll be a good entertaining space, so that's pretty good. And then over on this wall, we're basically going to do a dishwasher, sink, another cabinet, and then we'll put a pantry stack over there. And on the other side of the pantry, we can have the fridge. So that'll kind of unite this side. This will all just be countered. We still got to tear down some of the walls and stuff in here. Not walls, just the paneling. They put this ridiculous 1/4-inch stuff. I don't know if you can see it very easily. Let's see if we can get it. Basically, for no particular reason, they just decided they wanted to mess the walls up a little bit. So they wanted to put mastic all over them and cover them with 1/4-inch Luan for no reason whatsoever. So it turned out to be a bunch of unforeseen issues. Specifically in this area, we had, this was all just trashed. We had to tear out all this wood and literally replace it all because it was just rotting. Basically, it was just siding on the other side of this drywall when we pulled it out. Same thing with the floor. It was just totally rotted out. That all had to get replaced, and there was some supporting issues that we dealt with down there too. So, moving along through this wonderful tiny hallway that they've given us. If you remember, the original ceiling up here was made of just really weird little tiles, and it was all funky. That came down. Basically, we had to laminate this entire room. So all of this is brand new drywall. Ended up being quite a little quagmire here. Same thing happened in this room. I'm sorry, the other room had drop ceiling. This is the room that had the funny tile, and that's all been since removed. We still got to deal with fixtures. We're going to change those. We still have to deal with a handful of aesthetic things in here. But I mean, this was, you know, even though it's not sexy and it's not really visible, the amount of effort that went in here, it was a ton. So we dealt with all that. And if you remember the funky subfloor, well, that's gone now. So now we've got legit subfloor, and this is all ready for carpet. So that's going to be the next phase. After we paint, we're going to spray all the ceilings and everything and get the paint up. And then from there, we'll move on and get carpets down. That's going to change the way it looks a lot back here. So now we'll go outside. There's another handful of things that were expensive and surprising that we located in this beautiful area. If I could climb down. We just had our first major snowfall, so yeah, we also built, I don't know if you can see, but we built steps here. There are also steps built on the side of the house. So where we had the issue was right up here, which now you can't really see because it's covered in snow also, but let me see if I can get to it. All right, they did not extend that drip edge all the way down, so what was happening is water would travel down the side of this and then wick its way into the building itself, right in this little corner here where the roof joins the addition, and that would go all the way down the wall. That's why this wall was rotted. This is the other side of that closet. And the same thing's happening on the other side. So we had our guys come in and they fixed all that up. So yeah, at least we've got we've eliminated the issue so it won't recur now that we've fixed the building itself. The interior, so we won't have to worry about it rotting out again. So that's pretty much the update for now. I mean, the next update that I do will probably have a lot more major aesthetic changes. This is just, we're still dealing with the underlying, this is the not sexy stuff, you know, that has to happen beforehand. So probably the next update that I'll do, it's going to be dramatically different in here, and you know, you'll see a finished kitchen. It'll probably be painted, and probably have carpet down. So you'll dig that one. And then maybe at the end I'll mash them all up into like a 1 minute before and after scenario. But this was definitely a lot more than we expected coming into it. A lot of hidden things, a lot of things that were you know, just stuff that you don't want to spend the money on, but you have to because it's integral to the house. But it's not the kind of thing that you really see until you start pulling stuff apart. So that's one of the elements that comes along with real estate investing. But whatever, we dealt with it, and now it's not a problem anymore. Take care.